crew. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry, I got ice. Hold your ears. I can't drink my water unless it's nice and cold. Good morning, Sunrise crew. Hello. How are you this morning? Awesome. All right, we got to hydrate, you know? That's what we got to do. I have to do this without the microphone. So I left it in the kitchen. So let me know if you cannot hear me. My God, I forgot them downstairs. Darn, darn, darn. Good morning, Teacher Kelly. Back to school today, honey? Good morning, Jaden. Hi. How are you? Back to school, Kelly. Jaden, how are you, honey? How are you? Come on. Spill it, spill it. Yep, back to school for Kelly. That's always fun. Then you got to retrain them all over again. Yep. I know what you're saying. You doing great today? It's Monday. It's the first Monday of the month and the first Monday of the year. All right. A little hot today with this scarf on, but Evie's making me a new scarf so I can wash this one. Her husband's like, why is you making her another scarf? And he goes, that poor girl, she's sleeping in that. Oh, Evie. But I'm doing great as well. Yesterday I was making one of my friends on YouTube, her name is Terry Hedgie, and she has a little girl. She has a lot of kids, but she has a little girl who's 5, and you know that's my favorite age. So I'm putting a little care gift together for her. Hello, good morning. Hello from Indiana. Have we met on other live streams of my friends, like Escaping the Sub? Yes, we have. And you commented yesterday, and your name is your name Dan? Is your name Dan? Or did I get that wrong? Hello, hello. You don't have to call me ma'am, honey. I know that's out of respect, but you know, I'm all about respect, but you can call me Sally D or Auntie or whatever, but don't call me Grandma. Oh, no, that gets under my skin because my kids didn't give me a grandma. They didn't let me be a grandma. But anyway, I'm making her little girl, who's 5, some bracelets, and I made one for her too, like for Valentine's Day and for St. Patrick's Day, which is my favorite holiday. So be prepared. Be prepared. This one is for Jerry. It's probably backwards. Jeri. It's like a little St. Patrick's Day one. And these are for them. And they have an older daughter. I think she's in, I don't know if she'd wear it, but I'm sending something to her so she don't feel left out. I made a couple other ones, like a bling bling. I made her bling bling because I bought her a tiara. It's a real tiara. I mean, it's not authentic or anything, but it's heavy, and it has little jewels in it. It's sort of like the one I wore on New Year's Eve. But if she can't wear it, I told her to save it when she goes to prom years down the line there. But because she's a little princess. She's a girly girl, and I was never a girly girl with pink stuff and that. But I'm just excited. And then we also made her a happy face one. These are the ones that I don't know if you can see the little happy faces. These are the ones that I make and I take to the cancer patients over at the Hillman Center. But I like to pass them out because they light up. They're like, what do we owe you? I'm like, nothing at all. Good morning, Rick. How are you? I'm just showing some of the things I was making for my friend Jerry Hedgie. She's a YouTuber too. She's a lot bigger than any of us, but her little girl is 5, and you know how I love 5-year-olds. But these are all I made for her and the older sister because Valentine's Day is coming up, and then St. Patrick's Day, my favorite, better than Christmas. I love St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if it's because I'm half Irish. My mom was all Irish. But then I made this other bracelet. I'll show you. I made it with all the charms. I don't think you're supposed to do that, but I made it has like, you know, turtles and seahorse, cactus for my Rhonda. Hello, Colleen. I was showing them I made Jerry Hedgie. I don't know if you know her. She's a YouTuber, and she has a little girl who's 5. I made some Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day bracelets for her. And then I made her one. These are the ones I give to the cancer patients, little happy faces. So I made those. I'm going to mail those out today. And I also bought her a tiara. Now, what little girl would not want a tiara? I don't think I would ever wear one when I was young. I wasn't a tomboy. I wasn't into all that, girly girl stuff. Wasn't I didn't like pink or anything like everybody else. I like royal purple. It had to be royal purple, not like lilac or anything like that. So anyway, my desk is just a hot mess here. So let me try to find where it is. Anyway, so I got some purple beads and some blue ones too. For some reason, I didn't even have red beads. That's so funny. Guess what? These stupid nails I put on, they're falling off. Ah, my nail fell off. See, that's why I'm not a girly girl, because it's too much. So yesterday, let's get back on track. Yesterday was the Epiphany that I told you about, because people are bothered by my Christmas decorations. And I said I keep them up because my mom always told us we had to keep them up until after the Epiphany of the Lord. So we had the Epiphany. So hello, Grandma Moore. You're 100%. I was never a, you had to climb it. Yeah. I tried that. I tried climbing a tree once when we lived in Minnesota. And my brothers were up there and everything. We called it the monkey tree because they act like monkeys in it. But the one went across. You could climb up pretty easy and across. And I was trying to climb up, and I lost my grip of it, and I fell right on my back, knocked the wind out of me. I thought I was going to die, and never again did I climb a tree. Never again. But it's like I commend all these men that when they go hunting, they climb into those tree stands. I don't think I could do that. I'm afraid of heights for some reason too. I don't know why, but I am. Hydrate, guys. Please hydrate. Everybody in my smells today. Yes, sir. Hi, Ikoi. Ikoi? Hello, Ikoi. If I'm saying it right, I'm sorry if I'm not. But today, the theme is imagination. Yes, that's what's in the book here, imagination. But it's the first Monday of the month, first Monday of the year. And I feel kind of weird here. I don't have my sidekick. Is he in there? Hey, Big D. Missing you, baby. You're not here. Hello, Batbold. Good morning. Nope. Not Grandma. I could be your auntie. I can be anything else, but not Grandma. Can you shout out my friend Angel? Hello, Angel. Good morning, Angel. When you sing, I hear a choir of angels. How's that, Ikoi? Is that good? I don't say the other words because, sometimes people say for me to say something and then it's not nice. It's nasty. Gabriel. No talking while I'm on air, while I'm filming. Sassy Basset Hounds. Okay, so let me see if it's scrolling up. Nope, I got to the end of the scroll. And so good morning and Happy New Year still. I will get all of my Christmas stuff out of here. I already have my Valentine's Day things here all ready to go. See that? See that from my Big D and me? Yeah? Yeah, it's a lovey-dovey holiday coming up after January. Because, you know what, I'm going to get my snowman out. Because, people just skip January, huh? Because it's like Martin Luther King Day and President's Day is in February. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing in January except for my son Matthew's birthday. He'll be 35. And my Rhonda is the 18th, I believe, if my memory's right. And she'll be 72. If you know Entreaty by Rhonda Hensley, you would never believe she's 72. I want like that serum, that serum that she uses, because she's very young looking for 72. She got some arms, and she works for those arms though. But she everybody in our group, our little group of friends, they're all trying to get arms like Rhonda. But she's a nice lady. Nice lady. She's having a webinar today. Remember I was telling you about that? The webinar is today at 12:30 my time in the East Coast. And yeah, she's gonna diagnose all of us. I don't want her to do too much because I kind of like the way I am. All right, guys, let's get started. January 5th, 2026, and it is Monday, Monday, Monday. And we know people sometimes sing Monday, Monday. Can't trust that day. Do you hear him yelling at me? No, you're going to have to wait. Oh, can you hear him? The reflection of your light looks like a sunrise. I know it does, doesn't it? That's what I said before. I said that's the only sunrise we have right now. But I've been checking outside for a sunrise. Let me look again, see if there's anything out there, because it's been gloomy doomy. Not really. We can go out there if you guys want to check it out. But it's not really anything. It's my halo. I'm an angel, Daryl, aren't I? Okay. Oh my goodness. I use divine imagination to create my life anew. It's natural to dream a better life. Gabriel, Gabe, sit down for a minute. Okay, be quiet like Libby. I'm so sorry. It's natural to dream of a better life for myself and to carry in my mind images of what it might look like. When I imagine, I transcend the limits of the world and touch the realm of unlimited potential. I use the power of imagination to bring my dreams to life. So much more than daydreaming or wishing thinking, my imagination is a spiritual gift, an aspect of my divine inheritance. I use my imagination and my other spiritual gifts to create my life anew. Through faith, I believe a better life is possible. Through zeal, I have energy to get started, and I use strength to keep going. Even if I encounter obstacles, imagination is the gateway to the life of dreams. And that's what, a lot of people, they want their aspirations and dreams come true, for the new year. But I wish that for people all year round, make your dreams come true. But you know what? You can't just sit back. You have to get up and do something about it. God's there, but he's not going to do everything for you, right? So from the book of Joel, we haven't read Joel in a while, chapter 2:28, I will pour out my spirit on my mouth does not work in the morning anymore. I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. So that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and daughters shall prophesy. So, that's what we're all here. We're all here to learn more about, how we can spread the word of God, just by being, good to other people, just little acts of kindness. There she is, my darling. Good morning. Good morning. Rhonda won yesterday on The Source. Yesterday was Sally D's Reality Day, and next Sunday is Entreaty by Rhonda Hensley Day. Oh, she's so beautiful. We were just talking about you. I don't know if your ears were burning or whatever that is. It says, I use the power of imagination to create a joy-filled life. There are times I look at my life as it is, and I feel resigned to accept troubling conditions and unwelcome circumstances. When I feel this way, it is a sign I have forgotten my awesome creative power as a spiritual being. We all have imagination, right? Hey, Nana, Nishant, hello. You guys are all sneaking in here. Good morning to you. Good morning, my darlings. Oh, my sunrise crew is here. Um, Chris Lee told me that, this is called the Sunrise Crew, just like Rhonda came up with the core tribe. Well, he came up with the Sunrise Crew, and I like that a lot. I don't know what you guys think about it, but Sunrise Crew. Um, the divine gift of imagination means I have the power to claim divine ideas in prayer and give shape and form to those ideas. So much more than wishful thinking or daydreaming. It's a gateway to the realization of my dreams. Um, how true is that? Like, we have to come up we come up with our ideas by being creative, but we also do that by having an imagination, right? So, when we come up with ideas and then you think, oh, that's too silly, I don't, but you never know, just like my whole sunrise with Sally, that was a complete accident. As I told you guys before, I used to do my meditation, then I saw a sunrise I wanted to share with you guys, and then I put the meditation and the sunrise together, and then I would just, edit it, and then live, you don't have to edit to, you know, it's kind of an easier way. Plus, I like interacting with you guys too. So, um, yeah. So anyway, I'm just I love watching children with their imagination. And the thing is too, like my friend Tracy with an IE and my friend Evie, they're both doing this artwork with watercolors. And I don't know if you saw the painting of me. Tracy did that. And I showed her that I put it in a frame, and she goes, "Is this frame worthy?" And I'm like, "Heck yeah." Because I mean, could you? I mean, Daryl could probably do a painting like that. I don't know how many of you are artistic, but I could never do that painting. And she got it even down to my glasses. And of course, she didn't know about the scarf yet, but she she's very talented, and so is Evie. The first time Evie did something, I was like, she made these flowers, and I'm like, I showed Daryl. I was like, look at this. Hello, hello, James. Yes, you were here before. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, hello to James, everyone. Saying hello to you, James. I'm careful not to misuse my imagination to engage in worry or envision what could go wrong. That's me. I'm trying real hard here, peeps. Instead, I picture myself living the life of my highest imaginings. I use my power of faith to believe that all I can imagine can truly come into manifestation. And then from Genesis chapter 1:26, then God said, "Let us make humankind in our image according to our likeness." Then God said, "Let us make humankind in our image according to our likeness." So, you know, God, can you imagine like um when God was making the world and making all the animals and everything? I kind of think that he had an imagination too, because he came up with it. So, but it's just there's so many creative people, like even the YouTubers on here. James says hello to everyone. So does Rhonda. She says hello to James. But there's so many creative people on here. There's so many channels that you haven't tried out yet. And I'm giving you just a few of the ones that I really like. And some of them, you watch for a while and then it just changes. I don't know why, if a creator is doing something really, really well, why they change it. Like maybe I should do this instead. Like some people were attracted to that channel because of that, because, like I like Rhonda's and all the things she's doing because she's, helping people. And, Grandma Moore is doing things too. And then also I like Yvonne because she does those affirmations Man, she started them out and she was just reading them out of a book. Now she has feeling behind it. Like she's really practice makes perfect and she was doing really well before, but I really feel the emotion and the feelings behind what Yvonne's saying and, everything she's saying. Sometimes it feels like she's talking to me. Do you ever have that happen where the topic was something, that, wait, are they talking about me? So sometimes the homily when Daryl and I would go to mass would be like, is Father Kevin talking about me? Was he like a fly on the wall in our house this week? But sometimes that's God's way of saying, look, here's what I've been trying to tell you, you knucklehead. Listen to what they're saying. So, like just like I say all the time, just an act of kindness, and many blessings are coming on to you. Many blessings are going to come onto you. And also, like your heart will feel so much lighter whenever you never have a heavy heart, but when you start being nice to people and start spreading kindness and happiness, trying to make their world better, it makes you feel so much better. I was always a negative. I don't want to say negative Nancy because there might be someone named Nancy here, but I was pretty negative there for a while because things were just really not going well for us. And you start to get like, oh, woe is me, kind of boo hoo, I'm depressed. But it's all in how you react to things. Are you going to wake up in the morning and say, I choose joy, I choose happiness? This is a brand new day. Don't bring yesterday into today unless you want $1 million. But don't bring in all those troubles. They're in the past. They're behind you. Why do you want to bring them up with you, right? And I some of the things I say, I have to learn myself. And sometimes I'm not just saying it to you, I'm saying it to myself. But so why bring that into the brand new day, right? So good, James. James is really interacting here. Thanks, James. You agree with me? Yeah, because for years and years I was like that. I worried about my kids and that. And like Dee says, if you're going to pray, then don't worry. If you're going to worry, then don't pray. So what are you wasting your time for, Sal, if you're going to be worrying all the time? But sometimes it's hard to just let go and let God. Sometimes, like we get into the habit of saying, okay, if it's going to get done right, right? If it's going to get done right, I have to do it myself, right? Just like throwing a load of laundry in or doing something because poor Daryl, he was trying to help me with the laundry, the one when we first got married, and we had the thing of whites in, right? We had bought this little tiny apartment size washer and dryer. They stacked up and they were just tiny, but it was much cheaper, much more cheaper than the laundromat even today. Geez, but anyway, so he put all the whites in there, and then he threw a pair of red jogging pants. Yeah, red jogging pants, washing on hot. Anyway, they were newer too. So we all had pink underwear. I don't like pink, and well, he had to wear pink underwear too, and pink socks. So live and learn, right? We live and learn from our mistakes. So I am your new subscriber. Hello, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Chris. How are you? Um, Kenneth is Chris. He's using a different account. So, oh, thank you. I got this sweater yesterday. I'll tell you all I'm an open book. I got this sweater. It's kind of big on me. I thought it would fit, but it was the only one left, and I like this color. So, I got this sweater at Walmart for $5. It's so pretty. It's like I don't know, like a periwinkle kind of blue. And, so they had this in maroon, and I was like, $5, I could just wear it around the house. So I thought I'd try it on here, and I tried it on this morning. I'm like, oh, that's kind of big. So I got one for my mother-in-law and for her birthday, because her birthday is January 24th. So let's see what else we have. Have a great day. Yeah, Kelly, have a great day back, honey. Love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us over the break. I appreciate you. Um, yeah, I'm doing great. Kunzang. Um, Good morning, Big D's place. Yeah, so we had the epiphany, so all this is gonna come down. I don't know if it was Aiden or who it was. It's like, when you taking them Christmas decorations down? But I didn't realize it really bothers people. Aw, lost boy. Um, do I look like an uncle? Aw, man. Do you see that? Big D's place. I think some of my moderators are sleeping. That's okay. I don't care. So when are the new videos coming? What new videos? What new videos? There's new videos coming? Yeah, I have new videos coming. I have my 1,000 subscribers, which is now almost 1,400. I'm so behind. And my 1 year anniversary, which was the first. So I bought the balloons I always like to dance with, but they're already deflated. So then I had to go buy helium. So believe me, people, it's costing me money for all my procrastination. But I had Daryl home, and it was so different having him here, because usually when he gets home, by the time he gets home, I'm like ready to go to bed, because I get up at like 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm done. I'm done. And he's tired from work. So yeah, it was nice having him when we're both awake instead of sleeping. So anyway, um, um, anticipation energizes me and increases my joy. Uh, Looking forward to a special event is energizing feeling. We're all looking forward to this new year. What's it going to bring us, you know? Nothing's touched it. Just like I say that about a new day. This is a brand new day. We have never been on January 5th, 2026 ever before. So this is a brand new day. So is February 2026. What are we going to do with all of those? You know, a lot of people do resolutions, which, you know, I used to do that, but it doesn't work out. So, I mean, I've already been, you know, I started before the 31st, January 1st, because, you know, there's no magic wand when it turns January 1st and bang, I'm going to do all this stuff. I've already been, you know, going to the gym slowly, because, you know, my leg is just getting back to shape, and I don't want to mess it up. Hello, Matthias. Hello, honey. You know I love your name. I always say that. You're probably tired of me saying that. Today I will pay attention to this feeling and savor it. Rather than rushing through my preparations and wishing the event could happen sooner, I slow down and feel the excitement of that day. Just like, you know, back in the fall, you know, we were Evie and I were talking about decorating for fall, right? Well, as a teacher, I like to get the most out of my decorations. So, you know, I put fall up, and then I like to get a good 3 months out of it, you know, and then in October, I add, like, you know, Halloween and stuff to my classroom. But I like to get all that out. Well, Evie wanted to decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving, and then right after, before even Christmas, I think Christmas Day, she's like, "Oh, I'm tired of the Christmas decorations." But so I don't know what she's putting up now, but I know she's making me a new scarf, guys. Wait till you see. We went to, like, she's in Texas and I'm here, but she takes me shopping with her via FaceTime. Wait till you see the new yarn that we picked out. Well, I picked out, because I was like, how about neon, you know, because I'm like a bright color kind of gal here. I like bright colors and happiness. It makes me happy. Hello, Philip. Hello. Hello, Jesus loves you too. Bye, James. Have a great day. I'm going to have to let him out, guys. He's not going to stop. You know, he's a basset hound, and he's 10 years old, and he probably has to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. But when they gotta go, or the end you gotta clean it up. All right, come on, Gabe. Come on, Gabe. Come on, Libby. Okay, I'll probably have to go back there in like not even 5 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. But I don't know if you know about Basset Hounds. They nag and nag and nag. Um, I don't even know if Dee let them out before he left. So when the old guy rings the bell, you got to go. You got to go in there, take care of business for him, or he'll do it right in front of the door. And I don't know if you have dogs, but you kind of don't want that. It's just more work that you really shouldn't have to do. And while I was in there, I got my microphone. Whoops, sorry. I didn't click on you guys, but I'm just going to put this on. Even though I have a big mouth, I really don't need a microphone. So there, can you guys hear me good? Can you hear me okay? Justin, good morning. Can you hear me? Hey, Bo. You have 2 and 3 cats? Did mine come in on the camera when I was gone? Because Mister follows me everywhere. And there's Fifi up there. I bought this big tower for Mister because he likes to climb, and Fifi took it over, just like the one downstairs. But then Mister decided he's not only going to climb on there, he's going to go on the valance. So that stopped. Let me get back to this. I know they're going to interrupt me. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Rhonda, my darling. Okay, thank you, Chris. So I feel grateful for this energizing and enlivening process. My awareness of my joy grows as my anticipation increases. My anticipation is today I get to go to Rhonda's webinar. I am so excited about that because, like, if you know Mel Robbins, sorry, Rhonda, I'm going to say it, but that's like me. Like when Rhonda got to go to a webinar or a workshop or whatever it was with Mel Robbins, like Mel Robbins. Well, see, that's what Rhonda is to me. She's like Mel Robbins. Everything she says, I'm hanging on my seat. You know, she's wonderful. And I'm sorry if you didn't get into her webinar. Joy is with me at every moment. I am undisturbed by disruptions in my plans, able to accommodate sudden shifts in equilibrium and calm. The joy of anticipation is my delight. Now, when I was teaching kindergarten, do you think that all my lesson plans went? No, I have to be, able to change the plans. When Johnny's under the desk, or we could say Kevin, because it was my nephew who's in my class at the time, having a breakdown, screaming at the top of his lungs. Parents are bringing children in. I'm already teaching because they were late. And, you know, I don't know, but why does this always happen like that, right? And so I have to change plans quick because those kids, they see, oh, Kevin's under there, got parents over here. Mrs. Davis she's not paying attention. So then they start their, no, I always had a backup plan. Yes, I'm very flexible and I have a plan for you, my darlings. So I would have something for them to do. Hey, Picky, how are you? From the Philippines. The videos. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Um, Justin sends an email. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. I needed that today. Hey Ben, how are you? How are you? Okay. I've been married 40 years, sweetheart. And yeah, I've been married 40 years. I just don't have the time or energy to train another man. But thanks for asking. I don't know if you have an uncle or something you were trying to fix me up with. Hey, from Psalms chapter 4:7, you have put gladness in my heart more than when their grain and wine abound. Gladness in your heart. That's what I was saying yesterday, and I say it all the time. I just want to have peace, peace of mind, peace in my heart, and just, wake up and um, have joy in my heart, because I like to be happy when I wake up. There's some times where, a lot of times, because I don't get much sleep, I'm just a nervous person. I got so many things in my head rattling around in there. And Would you start a love triangle with me? No. We're reading scripture here, okay? Um, anyway, so um it totally cut me off. um, what was I saying? um, yeah, so I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm going on to the next thought. I broke your heart. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. And you changed my train of thought here there, Mr. Okay. Um, all right. All right. Here, I broke your heart. Let's read about comfort. I feel the comfort of spirit within me. No matter how I am feeling today, I am enfolded in God's comfort and love within and all around me. I am comforted knowing I am never alone. Feeling lifted up by divine love elevates my perspective. And that's one thing about me. My mom even said this when I was little. I don't like to be alone. I like to have people around me. I love to be interacting with people where there's a lot of people that, hello, Ruby. Hello, darling. How are you? Um, there's a lot of people that like to be alone, like we had that National Introvert Day or World Introvert Day because of the holidays, and they needed the time to catch up with themselves. And um, so they, like we just have to like really, really get into what we want. And everyone's saying hello to Ruby. Um, let's see, where was I? When I am grieving a loss or just having a down day, feeling the comforting presence of God helps me cope. I begin by finding a soothing, relaxing place. I take time to become still and quiet and let go of whatever is troubling me by surrendering it to the spirit within. I'm willing to do this again and again until my releasing feels complete. That's what, we talk about, let go and let God, right? Let go and let God. We have to let go and just let God take over. And, like we were talking about before, sometimes, like I said, I want to, if I do it, it gets done right. Sometimes it's hard. I don't want to say I'm a control freak, but maybe I am. I don't know. I have to get things done. I have to make sure it gets done. Um, so let's see. Thanks. Okay, ma'am. So very hungry today. My work is going um important looking your videos, ma'am. Thank you. Um, so very nice, your live. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You speak very good English. This process comforts me and brings me relief and peace. The world feels fresher now that I can see it with new eyes. My soul is freed and I am comforted. When my mama died, taken care of her for over a year of everything was her, right? And then she's gone. I just felt so lost. It's like, now what? And then I went right into taking care of my dad, and that was not as easy as taking my mom. My mom accepted everything that God gave her, but we would it's just taking care of her was everything to me. 'Cause I wanted her to be comfortable. I wanted to make, everything good for her, because she had terminal cancer. And we didn't have much time to prepare for that. So it just it was hard. And then I had to take care of my dad. But now I'm with my brother. It's just as much. That's what my mom, when before she died, she said, can you take care of Johnny? And I'm like, oh my gosh, can I say a prayer for you? I'm feeling bad today. Sure, of course, Philip. I know those days. And Philip, we'll all say a prayer for you today, Philip. Um, but it's so hard when you get like that, Philip. But like they're saying here, Philip, maybe this is your answer. When you surrender it, and it says, by just surrendering it to the spirit, I'm willing to do this again and again to my releasing my those feelings are complete. So try to find a quiet spot.
Philip. I know it sounds easy for me to say, but Rhonda's sending you prayers, Philip, and she's an awesome person there. That's someone, if you ever wanted to do one-on-one, I don't know if she still has openings on her one-on-ones, but Philip, that's someone you could talk to because that's who I talk to. Just talking about some things that some of the things that I didn't talk about, Rhonda hit them right on the nail, and she helped me so much. This is my first year. I had an awesome holiday season, and it didn't involve presents or gifts or anything. It involved the relationship that I have with Rhonda and other people. The joy of Christmas or the magic of Christmas. Winky wink, Rhonda. That magic and that joy came back, right, into my heart. But there's decades that even when my kids were little, there was always something about the holiday season from Thanksgiving to the end of the year where I was just like, blah, blah. I just it came about, and I don't know if it's because you have to spend money and this and that. And then when Daryl and I just decided we're not going to exchange gifts, it kind of took a lot of pressure off. Then my kids were like, Mom, we're not going to exchange. And I'm fine with that. I'm not going to be hurt if you don't buy me a Christmas gift. Hello, Carol. Carol uses Jamie's account, and her name is Carol. Yes, she comes to see us all the time here. Good morning, Carol, my darling. Um, Ma'am, help me, ma'am. Yes, we can all pray for one another and, really pray for one another because I know Rhonda and I and my prayer warriors and even Daryl, if we say we're going to prayer for you, if we say we're going to pray for you, we legitimately will pray for you. Because sometimes people say, I'll keep you in my prayers, but then they don't. And you really need those prayers. So, we legitimately will pray for you, Philip and picky if that's what you need to. Um, so Rhonda says hello to Picky. You're a lot better now. I'm so glad, Carol. That's another person we pray for because Carol, she's a shut in her house and she can't really leave. You know. Hello, Jerry Ginger. Hello, welcome back. Howdy. I have to go get Gabriel. I'll be right back. I should be very thin. Oh. Come on. You guys are just being bad. Very, very bad. Here. I shouldn't even give you a treat. But then again, you did tell me when you needed to go out. Here you go, buddy. There you go. All right, come on in here with me if you want, or go in there. But either way, Gabriel, you're stopping right in front of me and lying down right there in the walkway. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I forgot you had to listen to that conversation with my dogs. I had a microphone on. Totally forgot. Good thing I didn't say anything else, huh? But yeah, we do pray for you if we, say that we're going to pray for you. How you doing, Jerry Ginger? Hello, how are you doing? Hey, Daryl, look, it's Kathy. Good morning, Kathy. She is the grandma of my Sammy I always talk about and Mackenzie. Good morning, Kathy. You got up early. We were just talking about, when we pray and, a lot of people say, I'll keep you in my prayers, but then they don't. But, a lot of us here will legitimately pray. And Daryl and I have prayer warriors, here, and we pray for one another. So if you guys could too, Kathy Sowers, she's like family to me as well. I told you with my students, I just love my students so much, and I got to be very involved with their families. And Kathy's the grandma of Sammy and Mackenzie and Aiden. Um, and we go out to dinner. I mean, her husband Bob. Anyway, she's been sick, and if you could pray for Kathy, she's a very good woman. She is very involved in her church, and she tries her best with her kiddos and her grandchildren, and she's a great person. So, Kathy, I'm very honored that you came, honey. Okay, so let's get on with the show here. So we were talking about, you know, um, yesterday we read about, what were we doing? We were talking about God wanting us to learn a new habit by saying, I trust you, Jesus. When there's trials and tribulations, you should say, I trust you, Jesus. I really trust you. And like I said, sometimes I'm just like this control freak. I got to do it myself. I got to do it, right? Um, got a notification. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. All right. So it says, Gabriel, you need to wait. This dog is like a 2-year-old when you're on the phone. You can achieve the victorious life through living in deep dependence on me. People usually associate victory with success, not falling or stumbling, not making mistakes. But those who are successful in their own strength tend to go their own way, forgetting about me. It is through problems and failure, weakness and neediness that you learn to rely on me. True dependency is not simply asking me to bless you or what you have, what you're decided to do. It is coming to me with an open mind and heart, inviting me to plant my desires within you. Because remember, just because you want something, God knows what you need. There's a difference between needs and wants. I may infuse within you a dream that seems far beyond your reach. You know that in yourself you cannot achieve such a goal. Thus brings your journey a profound reliance on me. It is a faith walk taken one step at a time, leaning on me as much as you need. This is not a path of continual success, but of multiple failures. However, each failure is followed by a growth spurt, nourished by increased resilience and reliance on me. Enjoy the blessedness and victorious life through deepening your dependence on me. God wants us to rely on Him. He wants us to, oh, you leaving, Chris? Okay, honey, I'll see ya. You're telling me this, but I don't understand anything you're saying. What part don't you understand, honey? Hey, you're from Turkey. Okay. I still haven't put that pin on the wall. Daryl wrote that down too. But our reliance on God, we have failures and things like that, but we need to have some of those things in order to learn our reliance on God, that how much God has done for us. So, just like I said about, the time that Daryl lost his job, and then a week later I lost my job, or if it was vice versa, I don't know. But we had 2 little boys. We had 2 car payments, a house payment, and we're just like sitting in the living room like, what, and of course here's me in a panic because, I'm this panic lady and I worry about everything, and I'm just picturing losing everything, because some of us are living paycheck to paycheck, like we lose one paycheck and all what's breaking loose, right? So, like it's hard because you don't make enough money to have a nest egg, and a lot of people at their works don't have 401k plans, and it's really rough. But I don't like to go into finances because it makes me nervous, because I was like, I have none. But when we rely on God like that, and then Daryl wanted this job and he interviewed for it, he took tests for it, and he did really well. But in the end, they picked someone else, and he was so, devastated because we did family prayer together. All four of us did novenas, and all of that, and it didn't come about, and we were so disappointed. But that's before I really learned that even though I'm a certified catechist, I still I didn't like get it in my thick skull that just maybe that wasn't right for him. He wanted that job, but did he need that job? God has a plan for all of us, and it might be down the road. Just like when we say we're prayer, God's time isn't the same as our time. When you say prayer, it may take a year, 10 years, but God hears you, but it's all in his plan. So it's not like, Amazon where you order something and you get it in a day or two. Okay, that's not how God works. Okay, we have to learn patience, we have to learn trust. And I'm telling you this stuff. I'm not saying that I have been a novice of this, or I have learned this and I'm successful at it, because it's a work for all of us. All of us have to work on this because it doesn't come natural. Yes, Jesus is king. Yes, you are right. And we have to just really trust in God. Like yesterday it says we should say, Jesus, I trust in you. Do you really trust in him in your heart? Right? Like that person that came on here and says, how do you know there's a God? And I say, I know. Well, how do you know? You can't see him. I can feel him in my heart, right? Just like you feel God's grace, just like you feel God's love, we know that there's a God. And I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I don't know if you remember that. I got in this big discussion defending I said, you know what? This is my channel. Scroll on by, right? So when we accept ourselves and our circumstances, the way the way will be shown. It's always gonna feel like you are not gonna make it, but that's the joy of being alive. Oh, Jerry, that is very insightful. Last couple of days or weeks, we had some good people on here, saying some very wise things. Don't forget to hydrate. Hello, Deep Wolf. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry, baby boy. Abdul, hello, my darling. How are you? Thing Boo. Hi, John. How are you? Thank you for giving me that name instead of calling you a thing boy or something. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. And Abdul is saying hi to Miss Rhonda. Where have you been, Abdul? Where have you been? Okay, so Psalms. Remember yesterday I said I really, really have been digging the Psalms because they're so beautiful, and no wonder they make them into a lot of the songs at church and that. They're all from Psalms. Well, not all of them, but they're so beautiful, and they put them from the book of Psalms. And the righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. How beautiful is that? And if I may read it again, because I like to hear things twice. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Think about that for a minute. That is from Psalms 34, 17, 18. They cry out, but the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves their crushed spirit. He's not going to let you go so low that, there's no hope. No, he's a loving, forgiving God. Even though some of us turn our back to God and just be mad at God, there's been a lot of things that, a lot of people do. I've even met priests who say, I need a break. They leave their priesthood and say, I need a break from God. And it's just like, huh? I didn't know priests did that. Yes, Gabriel. Here, baby. Here, I got an extra treat for you. Hey, Debbie Sue, my darling girl. Hello, honey. How are you feeling? Um, Good morning, Debbie Sue. We miss you so much. Oh, is my Presley here? Good morning, Presley, honey. Thank you for coming. Um, Sally, just pray my situation this week, ma'am. Everything, bulleting my situation, looking my work every day, every night, so hungry in your life situation. Yeah, sure, Picky. Do you have a different name, Picky? um, like, do you have a real name? Good morning, Debbie Sue, says Rhonda. Hey, CL. I'm getting ready for work, listening though. Have a good day. Oh, CL, thank you so much for supporting my channel and making comments on, some of my other things. I really appreciate you. And I have to still get over there to check out your channel because I'm pretty sure you have a channel. Good morning, Presley. There he is. There he is, super moderator there. Um, Good morning. And I wanted to apologize to, let's see, Gabriel. Do you hear that? But I wanted to apologize to Yvonne. I didn't get to go to her live yesterday because my brother, he sold his truck. I don't know if you guys watch my video. He sold his truck, and I'm his caretaker. And I worked hard to get him that truck. His payment was only $150 and he got it paid off. It was all paid off. And he went and sold it to some, I don't know, hillbilly or something. I don't even know, some derelict that lives in that apartment building. But of course they took advantage of him. But he's not supposed to be able to do that stuff. Well, anyway, hey Austin, hey, I'm so excited to see you too. But anyway, now it's every day. Can you take me shopping? Can you take me shop? Yesterday it was because his nose is dry. I had to go get nose spray. So I missed Yvonne's thing. I almost missed some other things that I think I saw the source before I left because yesterday was Sally D's reality day on the source, and I was trying to, get everything done. What wackadoodle? There's more wackadoodles around here. Um, no, she doesn't, honey. I don't know. You'll have to ask her. I don't know. Um, I haven't seen Miss Paula in a while, honey. Um, I guess she's doing her exercises and doing her own thing. She might be busy. But anyway, um, so I'm trying to take care of him, and I apologize to you from the bottom of my heart, Yvonne, if you're still here. I truly apologize because I love you and I do watch your replays. Also, please turn into Nana of Five. She has affirmations. They're so beautiful, and like I said earlier, she the last couple ones is just so moving. She's getting so good at spreading the word of God as well. Um, oh, he sold his truck to a wackadoo. Yeah, that's a good word, wackadoodle. Yeah, Debbie Sue gave us that name, wackadoodle. Hey, Chanu, how are you? Good morning, my darling. 20. Oh, you're the 22nd. Like, oh, you guys are always doing that. Tell me on people in here. Like when I had like 100 people in here, Rhonda and Joey were text messaging me, making me nervous because I'm actually kind of shy, but I'm not. I'm always loud, but I don't know. I'd rather be in front of 100 little kindergartners. But yeah, since I got this channel, I mean, 1 year I've been on here, and um, I was in a very dark place before. I was very lonely, missing my little kids. So it's, I have to get all that stuff together for the celebrate good times. Come on, right? I'm the only one in my house, ma'am. Sally, my house is and no electricity. Oh my goodness. Um, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. There's so many people that are having a hard time. You don't look shy nor loud. Really? Do I pull off confidence? Well, I'm glad I do because I've struggled with that, you know. Um, yeah, I am a very talkative person. You can ask. Kathy's an actual friend of mine. Her grandchildren were in my class. I can't talk. My friends will say, "Sally, I only have to tell you one thing. One thing. Don't talk." And then when text messaging came along, they were just so happy because they could just toss me aside. Every time I see you on live, it brings tears to my eyes to see you still going and doing well. I love you, Sally. You feel like a sister. Well, I will be glad to be your sister because I'm a hardworking sister. Do you need a ride somewhere? I'll just be Sally Uber. Um, but no, Austin, thank you for saying that. It means a lot. 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." How many of you heard that one? How many of you believe it? How many of you do it? For we walk by faith, not by sight. That is just some awesome knowledge there to actually things to think about, right? Things to affirm in our lives, to reflect upon, to meditate on. For we walk by faith, not by sight. There's so many things that I told you sometimes I just, I know it sounds silly. I know it really does. And you probably picture me like, but, even trying to get off the floor from there. But, um, going into my closet and closing the door. I have, ADHD. I have to have no distractions because even if, the cat moves or something outside, or even if it's just totally quiet in here, but I can still hear my 48 clocks, um, I'm distracted. I have to go somewhere like that or go to my car and close the door and put that shield for the sun. I get distracted very easy and I want to give my full attention to God and it takes such work for me, but I want to listen because prayer is talking to and listening to God. And I have no problem talking, people. I have no problem interacting, but I need to learn on the listening, you know? But, even when I'm talking to my husband, he's like, "Oh, you're interrupting me." But sometimes my train of thought is I have to hurry up and get it out. I'm not trying to interrupt them. Just I have to hurry up and get it out because I'll lose it. It'll be gone, as you can see here. Miss Debbie, what's happening? Are you okay? Yep, she's doing pretty good here, but I don't want her to get worn out, Debbie Sue. If you're getting worn out, honey, you you just take a break. So glad to hear. Yeah, gaining strength. That is awesome to hear. My new year is going very well. Um, I'm just really happy with where, I'm going in life right now. I have made a promise to myself that I'm going to try everything I can to get my leg better and get moving and everything. And my word for the year is prioritize. That's something I really need to do is prioritize things. And that is, I put on the thing that picture Tracy painted of me. Um, self-care. Self-care because I'm always doing like I'm already doing it again. My brother, I had other things to do, but but prioritize and self-care. Self-care is really hard. And like Lori was saying something about me on her live last night, and I caught it. And she says, Sally, um, you have to let go of that Catholic guilt. The Catholic guilt that my mom, was 100% ours, 100% Catholic. No matter where we were in the United States, we found a church. If there was a holy day or if it was a Sunday, we she always found a church. We never missed church. And so that's the way I got to be as an adult, as a parent. And so when I just it's like that Catholic guilt of doing for others. You gotta do before, you gotta do for them before you do for yourself. Um, but I was raised like that, and it's hard when you're, I don't want to say brainwashed, but it's put into your mind that this is the way you're supposed to be. This is the way you're supposed to act. This is the way you're a good Christian. Is the way I was raised, and I have to change some of those things because when I was taking care of my mom during her cancer, I was still going to the gym, but then it gradually, as she got worse, it gradually kind of took a seat in the background, right? Because I have my brother to take care of and things like that. Because anytime I would leave the house, because he lived with mommy, anytime I would leave the house, he would get into some trouble. The one time I told him, don't let her, no matter what she says, don't let her say that she can walk to the bathroom herself. You gotta walk behind her or in front of her, holding her arms. Well, she told him that, and he's like, "Okay." She fell backwards and hit her head off of the metal, grate for the heat and cut her head open. And, he's like, not able to handle things because of his brain injury. And, ambulance came and, I had to get to the hospital quick because he was like, kicking himself, like, "Oh my gosh, I killed mommy," But things like that. And so I had to always be there. And so my necessities and things that I needed in life, not wanted, needed, I didn't have time for. So that, sometimes people do come first and there's prioritize. We have to prioritize. My priorities is God is first, then my husband, family, friends, right? Or friends, family, whichever you want to do. And, then goes down the line. But God should come first in your life. And that's just the way it is with me. If it's not with you, I'm not telling you that's what you have to do, but that's what we should do, and that's who the boss is, right? Right? Because you know, my kindergartners are going to listen to me before they listen to a first grader, right? Because the first grader is not the boss. I'm the boss. I'm bigger than you, little kid. But so thank you, Carol. You're a nice lady too, sweetheart. Um, so, it's just we got to find the good in life. We got to find the joy in life. And, like you have pick a word for the year. Try to live by that word. Try to do, something that means something to you. And I know that I really picked a hard word for myself because it's really going to be hard for me to prioritize. And I just hope I can do it. I'm so relaxed right now. It feels good just to feel God all around. There you go, Austin. There you go. Welcome back, James. Hey, Michael. Are you at work, Mike? I figured you are. Don't be getting into trouble by doing that. You need your job too much. You can always watch a replay. So don't get yourself into trouble. And Mike, I would like to thank you for sending people my way. I think Dan is here. Your friend Dan is here today. And thank you for supporting my channel and helping me out. There's Maureen just checking in before coffee and Bible study. Yep, Maureen, I don't know any of the numbers and stuff. In fact, I think total the total hours I had actually went down. And I'm like, how can that be? But my channel started January 1st. Now they're going to start subtracting my viewing hours. Like this time next year, I better have like a lot of viewing hours because, I have people coming in now, looking at my channel. So that's going to be subtracted next year this time off of my new tally. So that's why I don't foresee having YouTube as an income because it gets to be like a real job. Like more than a job, a 80-hour job because you have to get content, you have to be filmed. It's just too much. Um, Sally, it would be amazing if we could ever meet up. Yes, Austin, that is true. I but I'm only 17. Well, it's, anybody can be friends. And do you have to make four, do you have to make 4 hours every year? 4,000 hours every year? I don't know. I don't know what the rules are because I never totally intended on getting monetized. I never saw it like getting I don't have 4,000 hours. I'm real close to 3,000 hours for partial monetization, and I just want to get my Pair.com sponsorship. Pair, are you looking? I advertise for you every day. But then I guess they don't want to do that because I give them free advertising. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about that. I have to look into that. But I do believe you have to keep it at 4,000 and above. Oh. So you don't have to get another 4,000, you just have to keep the total at 4,000. Yeah, that just seems like too much work for me. Um, when you're retired, you don't wanna start another over 40,000. How's your day going on, Sally? Hey, hoo ho. John, right? Is your name? Wait, I'm getting all these new people that oh, somebody else told me their name was John. I have to keep a notebook, guys, or one of those charts. Like I got to get my map out and start putting those pins in. I have learned some people from Turkey. I have friends all over the world. Isn't that amazing? To meet people all over the world. Like Dora's from Australia and Joey. I talked to Joey on the phone and he's in London. It's like, wow. Hello, Olivia. Hello, darling. Me too. It gets harder the more people. See, that's why, Mike, that's why I want to keep it, to all of us have our little communities because I never really, I mean, it's good to be popular, it's good to make money, right? But at what cost? And if I have, Sally, you are so awesome just to hear what you have done. Oh, thank you. But but if I get much bigger, say to 2,000, um granted, in my life, I've known people, but I really enjoy getting to know you guys. Like I know Rhonda, I know Justin. He's over there in Australia, and he's a silly guy. I'm getting to know Austin here. I want to know my people in my community. Is that stupid? I mean, that's what my need is. I need to have you guys as my community and my friends. I don't want to lose contact with that because if you get too big and then you're just, you know, I don't want to say people that are big or full of themselves, but you have too much and they get overwhelmed. And when I had 100 people in here on that one live, I was just like, holy God in heaven, how do they do that? I just want to have you guys and to, just like I said yesterday with, each one of these little stitches are people, these stitches hold this together, and each one of you are people in my community, right? In my community, and I want to know you. And I haven't lately because I just been with my husband home, but I go and visit your channels and try to make comments and watch your videos. But if I have too many, too many of them, um, if I have too many subscribers, not that I welcome everybody, but if I get like 10,000, right? I'll be like, oh my, I'm losing my people, right? I don't know what I would do. Um, Back at you, Supercell. Doing a shop and deliver for Walmart parts. So I've been listening and thank you for all the kudos. Love you big. And forgive me, Yvonne, because I really did want to go to your I told my brother, I said, you got to get a vehicle. That was not right that you sold that. I said, why did you do that? There was nothing wrong with that car. Ugh. Now, he had it all paid off. Now look at the prices of things. He isn't gonna find another car like that, and not have a big payment because he's on disability. He only gets about 1,000 a month. So what's he gonna do besides paying rent and buying food? Oh, that's why I'm his caretaker, and they should not have honored that signing of you know, the lease or the not the lease, the title over. They shouldn't be able to do that if he well, whatever. It is what it is, right? But I can't protect him everywhere, every how. But anyway, so we have to trust in God. We have to, you know, be, Jesus, I trust in you. Jesus, I trust in you. You have to say that. You have to say that and believe it and really believe it. I'm saying this to myself. Sally, you need to really believe it and do what God wants you to do. Because sometimes you hear that little whisper of doing this, and I don't want to. Because there's a lot of things I want to do on here in the morning that I would like to talk about that's weighing on my heart. But no, God's like, no, that's not, it's my show. That's what God says. It's my show. How old do you hope to be, Sally, or be doing this? How long do I I I'm just happy with the way it is right now. Yeah, thank you, Austin. Um, anyway, so again, I want to thank Mike for putting really helping me on Sally D's reality day. I can't believe I had a day named after me. That's kind of an honor. I was embarrassed at first, but now Rhonda has one coming up. You know, to give kudos to my husband. He won and he gave it to Rhonda. And that I was so moved by that because he was upstairs and he says, I'm going to give it to Rhonda. And I said, oh, why? Don't you want it? Because he doesn't have like any subs or hours really. Um, so he gave it to her and he says, she's so close. So, that was a very nice thing for him to do. But that wasn't my idea. I didn't you need to give it to Rhonda. But, he did do that, and he yeah, that was Daryl, he won. It was so weird because I won for Sunday, and now he won for next Sunday, but, I know Rhonda really appreciated it, and she's so close. She just needs a couple more subscribers, and, she needs, a little bit of hours, but we'll get her there. She has people watching it next Sunday. We'll get her there. I told her, I said, "Before I die, I'm gonna help you with this." And she's so good. She's so good at what she does. She's awesome, and I can't wait to go to her workshop, webinar, whatever it's called, and learn from her because she's a great teacher in what she does, what her line of work is, and looking forward to that. And too bad you're not better, Debbie Sue. You could come to it as well, but I think it would be too long for you, honey. Um, so anyway, um, thank you, Debbie Sue. I was so touched he would do that. Yep, yep, because we're all family here. We're all family, guys. If you join this channel, you're part, of our community. And if you have your own channel and I come over and subscribe to you, then I'm in your community. So then we're all part of the core tribe. And like I said, this scarf has to have each stitching to stay together. So does my community. All of you have to be here to stay together. Our conversation today wouldn't have gone as the flow was if each of you weren't here. It would have went totally different. And if I wasn't here today, there would be no conversation. So we're all part of the role in this day, trying to help each other have a great day, even though Justin's day's over. It's 11:30, he says. Is that what time is Super Sally? It is about 11:30 where I am. Okay, you go to bed. You go to bed. I'm not sure I am subscribed to Rhonda. I will look on my lunch break. My videos are a little because I work a lot. Yeah, her name is Entreaty, Entreaty by Rhonda Hensley. She's really good. I wouldn't steer you wrong, CL. Nope, I would not. I really, really believe in her. And when I believe in something, you'll know. Hey, Manna. Hello. Are you now? That was so nice, Presley. They noticed. They noticed. But Presley, I just laugh. I just shake my head and laugh because, you know, you can't hurt my feelings because at 60 years old, you know, people can't hurt my feelings anymore. But thank you, my friend, for doing that and having my back. A friendly face. Oh, we got a friendly face here. Good morning, friendly face. How are you doing today? I hope well, because this is the first Monday of the year, of the month. You have to go to school now, Austin. Go to school. I want to hear good, great grades. Okay. So actually, tomorrow is the Epiphany, and I will get my decorations down. But my mama always told me you have to keep your decorations up until the Epiphany. And so tomorrow it says right here, the Epiphany. So we will be celebrating that by reading what exactly the Epiphany is. Those of you that are not sure, or you can Google it. Good old Google. So hey, I know Rhonda has her workshop coming up. Her what? What do you want? That's my boy. What do you want there, buddy? Huh? All right. There's Mister. He's my boy. Yeah, he's climbing. Oh, he's so rambunctious in the morning. I don't know if he has like a hidden thing of catnip or what he has, but every morning he's woo crazy. So okay, Libby. Oh my goodness, it's so great to be needed. It's really. Um, so anyway, love you guys. Go to school. Hello, friendly. Hello. It's always nice for people to be friendly here. But I'm going to let you guys go. And we've been here over an hour. And, I have a couple other videos I have to put out. I hope you're enjoying the ones that I put out. My conversation, that road trip one that I'm going to my brother's, that's how far I have to go to his house. Now, that road trip, I get into a conversation with whoever's watching, I'll say you, but it does work out in the end. I did make some good, valid points, Daryl said. So, like Justin says, I can talk to a wall, and I can, I really can, because when I'm by myself, I talk to myself and I answer myself. Rhonda, are you going to diagnose me? But anyway, so that video is pretty good. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, toot toot, but it was rather interesting what the conversation I came up with. Um, but it was more of a motivational one, which I'm cheerleading everyone. Hey, Debbie Sue, we're praying. Honest to God, we're praying to you and praying for you, and we miss you, but we want you back as your whole self. I know it's hard to stay away, and I hope you didn't wear yourself out today, but you turn off YouTube now and take a little breaky poo, okay? Take a little nap. I know you're just watching, sitting there. No, you need to, no distractions, Debbie Sue. Just go lie down and meditate on God. So we hope you get better. And keep my friend Kathy in your prayers, Kathy Sowers, and you know, so many other people. I think yesterday Isabella needed prayers, and just I'm saying prayers for the parents that all their kids are going back to school. Hey, those poor teachers. Say a prayer for those teachers because they have to. Okay, love. Thank you for stopping in, Kathy, and we will continue to pray for you, my love. And give those kids a hug for me. I hope Aiden's doing well too. And and of course Jen, you know. So Kathy, you know, extend my wishes to Bob too. I love you guys. So anyway, Kath, I have a thing I do at the end, so I don't know if you want to see it because you know how crazy I am, but I'll see you when I see you, my friends. I love you. I do. And come back and see me, okay? Y'all come back now here.